Good morning, students. Welcome to the English class. Hope you all are good and safe in the home. Children, let's begin the class with the quotes. Come forth into the light of things, let nature be your teacher. I repeat, come forth into the light of things, let nature be your teacher. Said by William Wordsworth. Children, nature is a precious and notable gift given to us by God. And it provides us the air to breathe, the water to drink, the soil to make a home, and the land to stay. Nature gives us fruits, vegetables, and grains to eat. We should enjoy nature without disturbing its balance. And nature is like our mother who never scolds us unless we do anything wrong. And we must keep our nature healthy and peaceful. Okay, children, so for today topic of the poem is Nature is what we see. I repeat, the topic is Nature is what we see, written by Emily Dickinson. Children, at the end of the class, you will be able to use appropriate punctuation marks, write distinctly and legible, pronounce the English word properly, use appropriate words and phrases. And now, children, let's see about the poet Emily Dickinson. Emily Dickinson was the American poet. She is one of the most important figures in American poetry. Dickinson was a prolific writer. Her only publications during her lifetime were 10 of her nearly 1,800 poems and one letter. Theme of the poem. The theme of the poem is nature. It is simple yet powerful and is blend of abstract ideas with surrounding. Okay, children, now I read the poem. Listen carefully. Nature is what we see, the hill, the afternoon, squirrel, eclipse, the bumblebee. Nay, nature is heaven. Nature is what we hear, the bobolink, the sea, thunder, the cricket. Nay, nature is harmony. Nature is what we know. It have no art to say. So helpless our wisdom is to our simplicity. Okay, children, listen carefully. Now I explain the first stanza detailedly. Nature is what we see, the hill, the afternoon, squirrel, eclipse, the bumblebee. Nay, nature is heaven. So, children, here in the very first stanza, the poet is saying that whatever we see through our eyes is nature. And then she says, some creature in nature, that is the hill, the afternoon, the squirrel, eclipse, bumblebee, are observable and visible. And at the last line of this stanza, the poet says, Nay, nature is heaven. Here the word nay, that is N-A-Y, nay is negative response, which means no. No, the nature is heaven. So here, whatever the poet described, that is the nature is the squirrel, the nature is the afternoon, the nature is the eclipse, but finally she says, No, nature is not like this. Nature is heaven. So, children, what she says finally? Yes, she says, no, nature is heaven. Okay, children, so that's all about the first stanza. I once again read the first stanza. Listen carefully. Nature is what we see, the hill, the afternoon, squirrel, eclipse, the bumblebee. Nay, nature is heaven. And next stanza. Children, listen carefully. Nature is what we hear. The bobolink, the sea, thunder, the cricket. Nay, nature is harmony. So now, children, in the second stanza, the poet is saying that nature is what we hear through our ear. That is E-A-R, ear. And then the poet describes nature as the sound of bobolink. Here the word bobolink is a small black bird about the same size as a myna. And then she describes nature as the sounds of wave of the sea. Also, she describes nature as the sound of thunderstorm. She describes nature as the sound of cricket. Here, the word cricket is a small insect. I repeat, cricket is a small insect. So these are the sounds of the nature that we can hear through our ear. But again, the poet is saying nay, which means no. Nature is harmony, which means nature is a combination of beautiful music of melody. Okay, children, so that's all about the second stanza. Once again, I read the stanza, listen carefully. Nature is what we hear, the bobolink, the sea, thunder, the cricket. Nay, nature is harmony. Next stanza. Nature is what we know, it have no ought to say, so helpless our wisdom is to our simplicity. So in this stanza, children, finally the poet is saying nature is not only what we see or what we hear, rather nature is what we know, that is what we know about nature. But we do not have the ability or we don't have much talent or skill to express what this nature is all about. Because our wisdom, that is our knowledge or intelligence, is so helpless to explain or describes the nature's beauty or simplicity of nature. And children, here at the end of the line, the poet used personification to a simplicity. Here, her is personified as nature. I repeat, her is personified as nature. Okay, children, so that's all about the poem. And now, children, once again, I read the poem. Listen carefully. Nature is what we see, the hill, the afternoon, squirrel, eclipse, the bumblebee. Nay, nature is heaven. Nature is what we hear. The bobolink, the sea, thunder, the cricket. Nay, nature is harmony. Nature is what we know. It have no art to say. So helpless our wisdom is to our simplicity. And now children, look at the hard words. Nay, N-A-Y, nay, which means no. Bobolink, bobolink, which means a small black bird about the same size as a myna. Bobolink, which means a small black bird about the same size as a myna. Have no ought to say. Have no ought to say, which means do not have the ability or the skill to express. Do not have the ability or the skill to express. And next, helpless. Helpless, which means incapable of doing anything. Incapable of doing anything. Okay children, so for your today's homework is that you have to write a small poem on nature by yourself. I repeat, write a small poem on nature by yourself. Write this homework in your rough note. After finishing the homework, submit in GCR. Okay children? Okay. And now children, you should be able to use appropriate punctuation marks, write decently and legible, pronounce the English word properly, use appropriate words and phrases. Okay children, I hope you all understood this session. Thank you.